What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Sunday. What's this? The third time I've been here today? Third or fourth time? Hey. So on the main channel, this is a members only chat. But if you want to chat freely, feel free to go over to Really Be TV reviews, which I do have posted. You guys can go over there and chat it on up. We are still building up our backup channel. So you do not have to become a member on this channel. Ugh, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh shoot. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to pin it and it keeps sending me and my fat fingers. I'm trying to pin this stupid link. There we go. Okay. Um as you guys know, tomorrow night I will be hosting the Whether You Like It or Not panel here on Really Be TV. It'll be on this channel, won't be on members only. It'll be on subscribe like I always have it on. So feel free. Um, and here I come, y'all. Here I come. Baby, I took that nap. You know how sometimes after you take a nap, it takes you a while to get yourself together. Yeah. All right, let me come and say hi to the people, and we about to get this party started. Let me take this banner down. Okay, guys. Hey. So we're here to discuss Married to Medicine season 10, episode 13. Next week is the season finale. We know that they have already filmed the reunion. They have already spoiled probably the biggest surprise. I kind of wish they hadn't told us that Apollo was going to be at the reunion. But you know Apollo was at the reunion. Now this episode really wasn't giving me a whole lot. We'll go through it anyway. And something to talk about, put it in the chat, honey. If something hit you sideways or something we need to discuss that you ain't thinking about, just wasn't really a whole lot to this episode. Excuse me. Hey everybody coming in. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey Tam, what's up, Smokes? Hey Star. What up, Corey? Hey TG, Symmetry, Quake. Hey. Thank you for the people who are on both channels, and I really appreciate that. Is everybody off work tomorrow? I don't know. I don't think everybody is because I have an orthodontist appointment tomorrow, so everybody ain't off tomorrow because my orthodontist office is open. So everybody ain't off tomorrow. Y'all, I bit my tongue. It was feeling like it was feeling funny. Sorry about that. Okay, that good nap will heal you, baby. I'm having a hard time getting myself together, honey. But it's all good. So let's get into this episode. So listen, the ladies went golfing, the guys went to go do a cooking challenge. That cooking challenge looked fun. I'm not going to work, but I work remotely, so I pretend. I know that's right. Um, the cooking challenge looked like fun. You got time and a half. Okay, well sometimes listen, everybody can't be off, but sometimes we can get maybe some of the perks. Okay, maybe we can get some of them perks going on. So if you can get time and a half, I ain't mad about it. I ain't mad about it. Ooh, y'all, ooh. Sometimes you take them naps, baby, and it just puts you. But I'm waking up. I'm waking up. What is going on? So, the ladies went to play golf, and listen, um, look like Sweet Tea the only one that know how to play a little golf. Okay, Jackie and Simone could at least hit the ball. It looked like on the first try. Phaedra said that she likes to golf, but I ain't see where Phaedra knocked nothing, did nothing too serious. They had like a little cocktail, little like almost like an ice cream truck, but it was a bar. And then the fellas to go to go cook. Now, can I say this? And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This whole thing with what's his name, Dr. Kimma, the one that's from Africa, and what is it, Nigeria? Was he getting on y'all's nerves with this whole man thing? Like, I honestly feel like I don't know how much of this was exaggerated for the purposes of creating a storyline and how much of it was real. But I know all of it was nerves. I mean, oh, this is just, oh, we're cooking. Oh, this isn't a manly thing. Oh, my dad would be so embarrassed to see me in the kitchen. Yeah, your ass was slicing and dicing up those vegetables like you've been in the kitchen before and you've been around a knife. Like you weren't fumbling through it. You weren't acting like you didn't know what to do. You didn't act like you ain't never been in the kitchen before. You look like you were very well versed at how a kitchen works. You know what? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like it did not look like he ain't know what he was doing. Hell, he knew more than Curtis knew. It seemed like. So it was Team Eugene versus Team Curtis, and I thought that was cute. They had to pick teams. Not Team Curtis, Cecil. Curtis was picked last, child. Nobody wanted Curtis on their team, honey. Curtis was picked last. They had an hour, 50 minutes to cook a meal, and then they was gonna be judged. And I thought it was cute. It was Eugene. It was Eugene, Gregory, and Cecil. I just said that. And Curtis. And then it was Cecil, Damon, and what was it? Is he Dr. Kima? It was cute. I thought it was fun. It looks like a fun activity to do with your friends. It was very top shelf like. They told them when it was time to start plating their meal and all that good stuff. I enjoyed the guys' activity more than the ladies' activity. Maybe because I just don't care about golf. Maybe because golf just ain't never been my thing. I don't know. But I enjoyed watching the guys do their thing more so than the ladies with the golfing excursion. Because all we saw the ladies do was we saw them hit the ball to see who could hit the ball the furthest, and it was Sweet Tea, of course. And then right, fresh off an episode of Chop, I really think it's a joke. He thinks everything is funny. Yes, he's annoying. He's a He-Man woman hater. T, don't do that. Remote work. Okay. What up, T? Look at me down to your next piece of annex building. Not to the annex. Thank you for coming over to the annex. Listen, I was getting ready to put it in the group chat. Baby, when I tell you I know T is going to get me all the way together tomorrow over Kern and them antics on the Real Housewives of Potomac. Ooh-wee. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just have the candle already lit because I already know it's going to be a whole situation with T tomorrow with Potomac. I already know. I already know. T gonna get me all the way together, honey. All the way together. But anyway, yeah, so that was that. So then they go back to the house and they kind of relaxing a little bit because they getting ready to go on to the yacht. Yes, light the candle, child. I'm gonna have to light that candle. I'm gonna have to light the candle because T gonna get me. As I was watching that episode, I was like, I don't even have nothing to say. Karen. I ain't even got, what can I say? So here's how I know, or here's how I feel like Dr. Kima is on that bull hockey. Because did y'all see that shirt that his wife had on? I honestly feel like we saw her nipple. Like, I really feel like it was a whole nipple slip. It was a cute top, but it. The hell stop. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see what that noise is. Sorry about that. It was this weird noise, and I just had to make sure it was outside and not inside. Okay. But it was outside. So Kim had on this top. It was like that swoop down, it was like that swoop top, like very 1970s disco situation. But it really looked like you could see, I really felt like I saw her whole breast. And I was like, you can't really be that serious about being the man of the house and you running the house and your wife being respectful and you doing this and you not doing that. And you letting your wife walk around all these other men in that shirt. It wasn't her bathing suit. I don't know if it was a cover up, but even if it was a cover up to her bathing suit, I I think she's beautiful. I'm not offended by, well, if it was showing her nipple, I am. I feel like that's too much. But I'm just saying you can't be so much of a Neanderthal in all these other areas except for your wife walking around here with her nipple damn near hanging out. Anyway, so they playing dominoes and all that stuff, and then they get ready to get on the yacht. And I feel like we had a lot of flashbacks this episode. So, they made some jokes about Sweet Tea, calling Dr. Jackie out her name or whatever. And then Dr. Gregory was like, listen, I just want them to work past it. I really want Sweet Tea to talk to Jackie and resolve it because I really just don't want her caught up in the drama. No, what you don't want is for her to get on Jackie's bad side and y'all don't come back next season. That's what you don't want. You ain't really all that concerned about your wife resolving the issue with Jackie because it's the right thing to do, as much as you are you don't want this to linger and you don't want Jackie to decide that she don't want her back, because you know that the OGs do hold a lot of weight and that y'all are still there on a temporary basis, and now that Quad is gone, y'all really don't have a storyline. So in my opinion, I think that's really what that was about. So then when they got ready to get on the boat, we had to get all the flashbacks of all the times they got on the boat before when Dr. Simone was acting up. She promised to be on her best behavior, child. Okay. Right, Carol. He already know. Like, you better make this shit right with Dr. Jackie, or this little extra piece of change we working with, we ain't gonna have come next year. So they go to the boat, and the boat is beautiful. It is a beautiful boat. And it looks really, really nice. And it looks like they were out there for a couple of hours, because when they got there, it was daytime. When they came back, it was nighttime. So they would probably have like a little 4-hour situation. They ate on the boat. While they were on the boat, what happened? So while they were on the boat, first of all, the ladies, everybody was, what I like? I like the fact that they appreciated the boat without acting like they'd never been nowhere before. Now, I know that a lot of them have done nice things and have stayed in nice places and have been on nice boats before. But, it's always a first time. You can always be impressed with something without acting like you ain't never been nowhere before. You know what I'm saying? They all agreed that that was like the biggest boat that they'd ever collectively sort of been on. But they act like they just did. I just think it's the way you can act without acting like you ain't never been nowhere before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to go through all the different conversations, because again, this episode really wasn't a lot going on. So we had Dr. Jackie showing off, honey. Y'all all up on the couch and showed off her body. Shit, Cecil talking about something. I might have to buy me a yacht, because my wife was definitely showing off. Now, Cecil. What yacht you buying, sir? With what? Excuse me. So we saw the fellas out there, and the fellas get to talking. And again, we're having this they're having and the Jack, thank you. And the Jack Daniels was part of the cooking challenge. Maybe that's why I enjoyed the cooking challenge, because the Jack Daniels was they had to include Jack Daniels somewhere in their meal. So while they're out on the boat, Sweet Tea is Jackie is talking to what's her name? Hmm. Dr. Kenneth, what's her name, y'all? Tell me, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Tell me the doctor's name, the one, the dentist, not Dr. Heavenly, the other dentist, the one that's married to the African guy. Child, what's her name? I done forgot her name. Alicia, Dr. Alicia. Thank you. Dr. Alicia is talking to Dr. Jackie, and she's letting her know, listen, I ain't responding to Sweet Tea because it would have made things worse. I just didn't, I wasn't gonna give her that energy. you know so we see Toya talking to Sweet Tea, and Sweet Tea explaining that she just wants to clear the air with Jackie, even though she apologized to Jackie. But child, she know Jackie didn't accept that damn apology. She know Jackie was still feeling some kind of way. So she had to take some liquid courage, honey. She had to take her shot before she went over there to kiss the ring, because that's all that was. Okay, all that was her kissing the ring. She went over to Jackie, and Jackie did admit that they did have some jokes at her expense, and they were, maybe they were wrong for that, and that calling her baby girl might have been a little demeaning. And she said, let's just agree to move past it. Say she still ain't never say that they just agreed to move past it. Now, Alicia said not Alicia. Sweet Tea said in her confessional she still feel that Jackie feels some kind of way, and she does. She does. Um, I don't know, but what I do know is Toya was over there. Hey, Keisha, Toya was over there slicing Sweet Tea's head up about some. I mean, well, I don't see. I mean, she did ask you to express yourself. You express yourself. I mean, if you ask me to say something, you gonna get what you get. And I was just like, see, Sweet Tea, don't let Toya get your ass in trouble. You see how Toya hyped her head up and then sent her over there by herself. Don't let Sweet Tea, don't let Toya get you hyped up. Toya's space is solidified. Okay. Don't let it get hyped up. But it sounded to me like Toya didn't feel like Sweet Tea did it wrong, is what it sounds like to me. Sound like she don't feel like Sweet. I'd say, oh, okay, Toya. Okay, girl. So while this is going on, the guys are talking, and the ladies decided they're gonna fix the guys' plates, in like a little jokey kind of way. But here go Dr. Neanderthal talking about some, yeah. See how I got my wife trained? Baby, Dr. Jackie was like, I'm sorry, excuse me. As soon as he said it, baby, why the rest of the guys were like, so they made a joke about it with the ladies. The ladies decided they were going to serve their men, and whoever did the best job, you know what I'm saying, they would like sort of win or whatever. Just brownie points, nothing, nothing like that. Just some brownie points. So Dr. Neanderthal still talking shit. Right. It's the word. Here's the thing. I saw a clip circulating. How you go through TikTok or whatever. And it was a clip from Blackish where Marla Gibbs, I think it was from Thanksgiving or Christmas. Marla Gibbs was on there as one of their grandmothers or whatever. And then if you never watched the Blackish, Tracy Ellis and Anthony Anderson. I believe Marla Gibbs was Anthony Anderson's grandmother. And Tracy Ellis was half black, half white. Y'all know she's half black, well, in real life she is too, but her character on the show was. And they got to arguing about segregation, slavery, the Holocaust. So they got to arguing about which one was worse, right? Was the Holocaust worse? Was slavery worse? And Marla Gibbs said, well, her character said, I don't care about the slavery and I don't care about the Holocaust. She said, I served my husband because when he went out in the world treated him as if he wasn't a man. And I felt like the least that I could do when he came home from work is to treat him like the man that the world said he wasn't. And that's a paraphrase, but that's generally what she's saying. You disagree with that? Oh, wow. And that made me think of all of the women in my family, because that's just the thing. I mean, I grew up seeing that. If I were married, I would fix my husband's plate. I fix my dad's plate now. Like when we're at family functions or whatever, I fix my dad's plate because I don't want my mom to have to get up and do it. But my mom fixed my dad's plate. You know what I mean? And so that's how I was raised. That is how I grew up. And I don't see a problem with that. The problem is when you make it seem like that is my duty because I'm a woman, and that you have trained me to do my duty. That is my issue. I have absolutely no problem with any of those women fixing a man a plate. And I don't think it's demeaning. I think it's a problem, like none of the above. But for him to say, yeah, I got her trained. Yeah, I have a problem with the word trained. I have a problem with that. You know? And I think that's what the guys were trying to get him to understand. But he is so busy being a Neanderthal, whether he is truly a Neanderthal or whether he's a play Neanderthal. That's my problem. Tracy's character was a black female doctor. She goes through hell in life too. I don't mind making a partner's play, but her reasoning wasn't it for me. Just do it out of love and kindness. Okay, well, I understood her part, and I respected that, especially again going back to the time where Marla Gibbs' character was coming from. I absolutely understand it because yes, Tracy Ellis' character in the show was a black doctor, but Marla Gibbs was talking about why she did it as a black woman. Marla Gibbs is in her 90s. I don't know how old her character was on the show, but as a black woman married to a black man in the 1940s, 1950s, I 100% understood her point. But anyway, moving on. So the ladies did, they all fixed their plates or whatever, and it was cute. And then Eugene told Toya, you messed up. They took points off because you didn't give me a kiss. So Toya was like, I give you a kiss tonight on your privates, and they were joking or whatever, and it was cute. And that's kind of I'm trying to think. Is that all that happened, child, on the boat? I think that's all that happened on the boat. I think hey Patches, hey boo. I think Dr. Alicia, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting her name. I think Dr. Alicia started kind of feeling some kind of way when it seemed like it was all about her husband and his training. She started sort of getting a little defensive. Love you too, boo. I think she started getting a little defensive, but I feel like she started getting defensive because your husband sound crazy. But anyway, that's my opinion. So the ladies were joking or whatever, and Alicia and Toya got into it. They did get into it, but again, she was just like, she was. They got into it because she was defending her husband at that point, but again. Listen, he your man and you married him. Listen, let me say this. He your man and you married him. And clearly you love whatever he bringing. And that's why I'm saying if that is truly where he's coming from and that is truly how he feels and you're okay with it, listen, if you like it, I love it. That's your marriage. I ain't got nothing to do with it, okay? I wasn't there when y'all took them vows and I ain't got nothing to how y'all run your house on a day-to-day basis. So you supposed to defend your man. You supposed to defend your man. You supposed to defend your marriage. You supposed to defend what you got going on. Now, because let's be clear, I don't like the way Toya treats Eugene. You know what I'm saying? I think Toya is disrespectful to Eugene. So I think she emasculates him. So for me, there's something in the middle. You know what I'm saying? For me, there's something in the middle, right? I think that Alicia's husband is a little too much, but I think that Toya is also too much. You know what I'm saying? Did you catch how the Real Housewives of Potomac, they said men don't need to be in the Dominican Republic by themselves? Oh, yeah. Well. So, hold on a quick second, y'all. Hold on. Sorry about that. You know what? I didn't watch. I mean, I still have it on my DVR. I'll probably watch it when I get off of here. I haven't watched Watch What Happens Live yet. But yeah, Jackie and Karen were on there, and I'm sure it was interesting. Toya is very rude to Eugene. I think she is. And again, I didn't necessarily agree with everything Alicia said either. Like I said, I'm somewhere in the middle because I don't believe that a husband should control his wife. But what I do believe is that I still believe that a man is the head of the household. I'm old fashioned that way. But I also believe that a man needs to be the head of the household. You know what I'm saying? What's the saying? You can't tell me what to do unless you can tell me what to do. So I know that there are households where traditionally Black women make, even though men overall make more than women, traditionally Black women make more than Black men. Traditionally. And I know on this show, it's the female doctors are going to make more in most cases, but even in a general basis, right? So I think for a woman, and that was what my mother always raised me. My mother was like, you got to let a man be a man, right? And so I feel like, even though I didn't agree with some of the wording that Dr. Alicia was using, I agree with her sentiment in saying that she felt like Toya does not respect Eugene, but she doesn't. In my opinion, she doesn't. And she emasculates Eugene. Y'all remember when they came to DC? Y'all remember when they came to DC a couple of seasons ago for the anniversary of the March on Washington? Y'all remember that? And remember when they invited Eugene's mama over? Yeah, Eugene mama don't fuck with Toya. Did y'all see that? Y'all remember that? Eugene mama don't fuck with Toya. Anyway, so we get back to the house and we have like a little sleepover. They had a cute little setup with the tents. Now we know good. They talk about who gonna get in them tents. Y'all know good and damn well y'all wasn't getting in them damn tents, okay? But it was a cute setup. They had drinks. They had little snackety snacks and stuff like that. And I felt like the exercises that they did were good. Like, we have seen those little couples therapy sessions turn into chaos. But I think it was a really great exercise. They had the first exercise they had them do was they had them write down their name on the outside of the envelope, and a piece of paper. They had to write what is their biggest issue with their spouse and put it on the inside. And so they went around the room opening it. And I'm sure they edited, because we only heard 2 or 3. They probably edited the main ones. But the first one, Phaedra, yeah, I did feel bad. I mean, on one hand, I felt bad for Phaedra because I was like, damn, everything was so couples. But hell, it was a couples trip, girl. Now, according to Heavenly, she did have a date, but at the last minute, he wasn't able to come. But my thing was, even if Phaedra had brought a guy with her, it's not like it's somebody she's been dating seriously. She still would have felt awkward. Like, I still feel like it would have been awkward, especially with these exercises, because it would have been somebody that she was just casually dating, not necessarily somebody she'd been with for years or she was in a serious relationship with. So I still think she would have felt a little awkward. They didn't read Sweet Tea and Dr. G. I wanted to hear. They didn't. And that was interesting that they didn't. But they read Curtis's, and he said social media. Now, listen. First of all, Dr. Jackie bragged about how she's been sick at the beginning. Remember at the beginning of the season, one of the first scenes we saw with Dr. Jackie was her packing up and getting out of the office right at 5 o'clock. Remember, she was bragging about how she's been sticking to her schedule and she has been sticking to her promise that she is getting out of the office, I think at 3 o'clock, not 5 o'clock, at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I should have. She been sticking to her. I'm getting out of the office at 3 o'clock. Boom, boom, boom. I'm getting out of here, right? Then, but then Curtis said, you come home, but then you on your phone all night. But then Curtis ain't been here. So are all 3 of these things true at the same time? Is she leaving early? When she get home, is she on her phone? Is Curtis even there when she get there? It's a lot going on with that. But what it does sound like, Dr. Jackie, let me tell you something. And I mean, you sure don't need me to tell you this, ma'am. You sure don't need me to tell you this. But from the outside looking in, listen, if your husband told you that the reason why he cheated on you in the first place, which I think was bullshit, but if his reasoning for cheating on you in the first place was because he wasn't getting no love at home, he wasn't getting no attention at home, and one of the things that y'all worked out in therapy was that you was going to cut back your hours and y'all was going to do more stuff together, date nights and shit like that, I don't see no difference. So if you're not doing anything different and this man is still complaining about spending time with you, I'm just saying. So then they went over to Dr. Neanderthal and Dr. Alicia. And we find out that part of the issue is the finances. Basically, the man lost a lot of money in the crypto. Okay. The thing about crypto was good, but you had to get in and get out. Get in, make your money, and get out. A lot of people stayed in crypto too long. I have friends who invested in crypto, and even though a lot of people believe that the crypto market is going to make a leap back, in the meantime and in between time, people lost money. Now, did people make money? Absolutely, people made money off of crypto, but you had to get in and get out. It sounds like Alicia wanted to buy real estate. He wanted to invest in the stock market, and he lost money. She said he lost a lot of money. Now, his thing is, well, she's not financially responsible enough to handle the money. He said that she blew $150,000 and she can't tell him where it went. So 2 things can be true at the same time, because let's be clear, investing in the stock market isn't a bad investment. It's a gamble just like anything else is. It just didn't work out. But the flip side is, Alicia, I mean, are you blowing money? Are you spending up money on too much? I mean, we done seen you in Louboutins and all kinds of other stuff. Ma'am, I mean, are you blowing through money? So again, this goes back down to, She putting that 150 in the exit plan account. You know what, Dash? That might be. You know what? That might be where the money is. That might be where the child. Woo! You know what? That might be where the money is, honey. Quake said the same thing. Quake said, "Oh no, she know where it went." Okay, all my ladies are saying, "Oh no, she know where the money went." They say she know where the money went. So again, I say somebody has to be in charge of the money. And again, see, here's the thing: those are the questions that you ask before you get married. Who's taking care of the finances? I'm gonna tell you now. If I were to ever get married, which I'm okay with, I'm okay with somebody else handling the finances because I know I blow through money. I know I do. Now I gotta see that they better with money than I am. Because if they just as bad as I am with money, we might as well just keep doing what we've been doing. But I mean, if I can see that that person is better with money than I am, I'm okay with. And now I'm too old to turn over all my money to somebody at this point. Like I've been doing this by myself for too long. But I'm definitely okay with us building a joint account together where we're going to invest or we're going to do some things with that money. I'm okay with that, you know. Um, but here's the problem that I had. The problem that I had was when they were in their confessional and he kept mumbling to her, basically telling her to shut up. He was like, "You're being too serious. All right now. All right. You're doing too much. Okay. You're doing too much." I didn't like that. And see, it's stuff like that that makes me feel like, no, he's really serious. Like he's not playing this up for the camera. He's really serious. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Because he did it to her a couple of times. So then they asked, "Are y'all satisfied with the sex?" And Dr. Jackie said, "No, we can have sex more, but for the same reason. I'm tired when I come home from work." Jackie, Jackie. So you ain't giving that man no attention and you ain't giving him no nookie? Now, I ain't giving nobody permission to cheat, but damn. You home, you at work all day. Now he retired. You not. So that means he at work, he home all day. And when you get home from work, you on the phone. When you get off the phone, then you rolling over on him. Toya said it's better. Her and Eugene is better with them because Eugene said, "Listen, I lost a little weight. I got a little more in me. I got a little more energy in me, and I understand. Listen, trust me, I understand, Eugene. I do. Of course, Damon don't have no complaints, child. Damon say he fine. Okay, he fine with it. Jackie don't want to hunch that man. I don't think Jackie. I agree. I don't think Jackie has a big sex drive. And I don't know her like that. I don't know, but I agree. I don't think. I think Dr. Jackie. I think Dr. Jackie loves Curtis, but I don't think Dr. Jackie cares about maintaining, doing the things that you have to do to maintain a marriage. I just don't. I think she is content working all day. I think she is content coming home and being on the phone, and I think she is content rolling over at night. Is this a Oprah Stedman marriage? Hell, I think Stedman getting more than Curtis do. No. Honestly believe her heart left marriage after he cheated. Well, I can agree with that too. It's hard. But I also think that Jackie I think Jackie is about appearances. I think I don't think Jackie wanted to be divorced. I don't think she wanted to start over. And sometimes you accept what you have because you don't want to go back out there and start all over again. And maybe they have an understanding, maybe they have an understanding, and hell, they might have had an understanding before, but he broke the rule. Like, don't go out here embarrassing me. I don't know. What else came up? Because I think that was pretty much it, child. Cecil say he ain't getting it enough. He gonna be the next one out there getting caught running down the airport with his boo thing. Cecil, I think, smart enough not to get caught though. But that's another one. Cecil keep complaining about the same thing too. At 60, Jackie libido is low. I think Jackie's. I don't. Again, I wasn't there when Jackie, when they were dating when she was younger, so I don't know. But I don't know. She just comes up. Members only. You're a hater. You can talk freely on my other channel, Mims. Um, Cecil gonna go to son's bachelor pad. Right, child. Hey, Mike. Listen, I don't know if I can be intimate with my husband after they've been with somewhere else. I'd gone through them. Yeah, and I mean, but I think you have to be honest about that. Here's the thing: some people can move past an affair, and some people can't. And if you can't move past the affair, then you have to be honest about that with your spouse and say, "Listen, I can't get past this." Now, do I think that they have an agreement? Because I think Jackie didn't want to be divorced. I don't, and I think maybe they came up, clearly off camera. But I think maybe they came up with an understanding or an agreement to say, okay, this is how it's gonna move forward. Gonna work moving forward, and don't be out here embarrassing me. And maybe that is why his ass is down in the Dominican. You know. Anyway, y'all, that's the episode. The season finale is next week. And then we got this 3-part reunion, child. Like I said, I really don't think it's gonna be all that, especially now that we know Apollo is coming. Because the season wasn't really all of that. I mean, after we get through quad stuff, what's left to talk about? Really? Sweet tea? Oh, probably care. Anyway, but we'll be here to talk about it, you guys. Let me get out of here. I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Mwah.